Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today, and welcome back to another video. And this time is just to talk about Blizzcon that they just announced all the new stuff for World of Warcraft. And I figured instead of just doing like a normal type of battleground, just talking with it, I feel like putting this in the background, just discussing my thoughts on it. So as you guys know, like I just told you, the announced the new expansion pack and what they're planning on doing with that expansion pack. So before I get into that though, there's also a new random thing that I never expected in a million years, where they announced, and that is the classic servers. If you don't know what that is you go back in time, you travel back to before the Burning Crusade, and you play that. So there was hunters where you had to buy ammo, mounts costed a lot, leveling was slow, just your standard stuff. It's like way back before the Burning Crusade, and this is not part of the expansion pack, but it's just part of the people that wanted to go back in time and play that. So that should be pretty interesting. I'm kind of interested to see where they go with that, but we'll see what happens for that. But onward to the main expansion. So they announced the new features. Looks like it's going to be kind of a, I don't know exactly for sure, but it looks to be a PvP themed expansion. At least that's what I got from the trailer, even though that's not what I expected. I mean, that's probably not what it's going to be about, but I was expecting old gods. Maybe that's what's going to be. I don't really know. We'll see. So we'll see what they do with the PvP thing. Here's my thoughts on that, though. I think if this is kind of like a PvP themed expansion pack, I mean, it's obviously not going to be entirely PvP because it's not like the most of the player base, but maybe it'll have another type of Tolbarad or Wintergrasp or something like that. I don't know for sure. I'm hoping they will, because that is something I enjoyed back then, doing those types of areas. Maybe possibly a new battleground. Not really into arenas, but maybe they'll make something for that. I don't really know. I don't really care for arenas. Maybe an Ashran type of thing. Not like exactly like that, but like less NPCs maybe. I don't really know. Um, what else is there? I mean, I'm hoping for at least one of those things. I'm hoping more so for like a Wintergraph type of thing, maybe a Tolbarad type of thing. I'm hoping for one of those. We'll see. What else is there? I was gonna save the best for last, but I might as well just say it now. There is sub races. I'm not really surprised after all the rumors I've been seeing. There is sub races. If you don't know what sub races are, it's basically a different type of version of a race. For example, there's 3 on each side. At least I saw in the video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I highly suggest you watch it. And let's see what there is. There's Lightforged Draenei for Alliance. There's Dark Iron Dwarf for Alliance, and there's an elf, which is assuming, at least that I see, is Void Elf for Alliance, which is a version of Blood Elves. And then for Horde, there's Zandalari Trolls, and there's High Mountain Tauren, which I honestly don't really see much of a difference for High Mountain Tauren. Same for Lightforged Draenei. And there's Nightborn. In my opinion, these sub races are probably going to affect Horde greatly, so I'm interested to see how they're going to play out next expansion, because everybody is always a freaking Blood Elf on Horde. Everybody knows this. It's just hands down what they are. And then you got the few other races that people play, but it's just mostly Blood Elves. So with Alliance getting a version of Blood Elves, I'm interested to see how it's going to play out, because I'm kind of scared. It's going to be very scary. I don't want another reversion of Warlords all over again, but we'll see what happens. And I think the Nightborn are cool. They're definitely going to be a really cool race to play. Dark Iron looks pretty interesting. Void Elves I kind of want to try out. There's just one thing I'm not really sure though, is just, do they get the same radicals? Because the Nightborn with a Blood Elf silence, I don't know. It's just going to be very confusing. So, short of that, guys, there's really not much else to talk about, because it's just short and too early right now. We'll get more into that in the future, I suppose. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on it are. This was just a short, quick video to talk about my thoughts so far, and mostly sub races, because I'm excited for sub races. I think Nightborn is probably the coolest, at least in that video. Maybe for the trolls as well. Um, yeah, let me know what your guys' thought is. See you for the next one.